What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, everybody? I'm trying to pin this comment real quick. Trying to pin this comment real quick. Y'all hit the like button. Okay, y'all on it. I see y'all on it. There you go. All right, the comment is pinned. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. The link is in the chat. If anybody wants to, pull up and ask a question, pull up, share anything, pull up, say anything. The link is in the chat. Hey, let's get right into it, man. Welcome. I'd like to welcome you all to the price action recap for October the 10th, 2022. Yeah. This your first time pulling up with us here in the gang. Y'all see Spidey hanging out back there. Hey, Spidey. My name is Timothy Lee Rogers. Oh, yeah. I'd like to say welcome. If it's not your first time pulling up and you pulling up every single day and hanging out like Spidey, I'd like to say welcome and thank you for pulling up and hanging out with me. I'm just a dude from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I am extremely humbled that so many people will just tune in and listen to the things I have to say. Hopefully we have some people pulling up and joining us because we're back at our normal scheduled time, even though it's still football season. But since it's a holiday, man, we're doing it at our regular time. I didn't have to pick nobody up from football practice, so we're doing it at our regular time. If not, guess what? All I need is one. All I need is one mic. Who know they come from? All I need is one mic. All I need is one. I just need one. I don't care if it's 100, or 1,000. As long as it's one, I will get on here and share my thoughts to help someone reach that aha moment. Speaking of that, if you don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I get on Al Gore's internet every single day. Go live twice a day, once in the morning, once in the evening, talking about the price action. Talk about the most probable trajectory of the price action, either up, either down, either sideways. We just try to predict where it's going to go because, yes, I am a full-time trader, and I just get on here and show people what a full-time trader would do in any situation. That's why I do what I do, and I do it for the free 99. The only thing I ask for you to do is press the like button, wherever it may be on your screen. Now that all the pleasantries are out of the way, let's look over here. Well, let's push the pleasantries this way. Out of the way. Sorry, Spidey. We're gonna see who in here finding Superman. Stacks, Cool It. Yes, Nas. Y'all got it right. All I need is one mic. Hey, speaking of Cool It now. Watch out. What's up, Cool It? What's up, here to learn to share? What's going on, Stock Chaser? God did. Shout out Stock Chaser, aka Donald. Michelle Tucker. Shout out Michelle Tucker for pulling up, asking a fantabulous question today. Hey, Michelle Tucker, just for you. You know what I just thought about doing? Because it did it today. Just for you, Michelle Tucker. I'm going to blow your mind even more. Because you put up and asked that question about the premium and the discount. Michelle Tucker. Michelle Tucker. I'm about to blow your mind. Did you know it's a possibility for it to be more than one premium and discount area in the same dealing range? Oh my goodness, Michelle Tucker. Oh my, I'm asleep. Michelle Tucker. I'm gonna share it with you today because it did it today. And of course, I came back here around 1:30, tried to get me a trade, missed it by that much. It didn't go with, I was trying to sell it off of a rejection block, and it stopped that close to the rejection block and left me. And so later on, I went in to inspect and say, hey, why didn't it come to my rejection block? Had to drill all the way down to Skinny Mini. Y'all know Skinny Mini is the 1 minute chart. It stopped after it filled the liquidity void on Skinny Mini and reversed on me. That close to my rejection block that I was waiting on. And it stopped. But I said all that to say, we had two premium and discount ranges today. And this is some of the other stuff that you learn in the ICT core content. Like I told you, I'm trying to put it all in here. I don't want to be a one-trick pony. I want to be able to look at the market and be like, I'm taking that sale, I'm taking that sale, I'm taking that buy, I'm taking that buy. I'm gonna be like my wife when she go to Marshalls. Just throw it in the bag. Just throw it in the bag. That's what I'm trying to do. Hey, what did my watch do? Oh, that was just a reflection. I thought it. Look at that. Y'all like my watch? Let me see. Look at that. I got my sweetie on my watch. I got my sweetie on the watch. It's like all like different eyes blurry. It's gonna be upside down, but y'all get the picture, right? It's just different pictures. When you tap it, it changed to different pictures of my sweetie on my watch right there. Just throw it in the bag. Yeah, but who else? I said Stacks, Finest Superman. I said that. KC, what's up? Can't wait to see what you have. I ain't got nothing on my sleeve. It's just a little ICT stuff. We happened to do it today, and I was trying to take me a short off of it, and I missed it. That's it. I want to be it all. Angela, what's up, Angela? What's happening with you? Hey, let's get into it, man. In honor of Michelle Tucker, this teachable moment is being brought to you by Michelle Tucker. Thank you, Michelle Tucker, for your contribution of pulling up this morning and asking a question about the premium and the discount market. And today we actually had a situation where we had two different ones based off the dealing range that we were watching. Hey, y'all know what movie that was? When the lead character, like, he be saying a whole bunch of stuff, and when he get to the end, he be running out of breath, and he be like, watching. I bet y'all don't know what that is. I bet you don't know what that is. Okay. Looking at what we had going on today. This is today. Well, Sunday night and today. This is where we were trading, right? This is where we were trading, right? Before Sunday night opened up, right? Before Sunday night opened. Come on. You know what? This Ninja Trade about to get on my nerve. So I'm going to go over to, we're going to go over here, look at Spylean. You know what? We ain't even going to look at Spylean. Yes, we are. We can't go to Trade View without looking at our girl. Sing it with me. Spylean, where you at, baby? Here I go. Hey, Spylean. Hey, how you doing? I'm sorry you didn't get through. Okay, Spylean has come down and ran sell side liquidity, the external sell side on our monthly box. We came down, we ran the sell side, right? Opened up here, nice little gap up, had a little gap up. Then we sold off throughout the day and ran sell side. The day was actually a back and forth day, chop suey day. We we went negative, almost went positive, went negative. It closed almost at, what was it? We was down, what was it? Like 0.75%, right? The SPY closed down 0.75%, right? So we up, that's how we all that, right? So yada, yada, yada. It was a red day. Now, let's get into the teachable moment brought to you by Michelle Tucker. All right, looking at the ES, right? Looking at the ES. This is your teachable moment, right? Looking at our box, right? This is our box, the same box that's on the SPY. If we go back to Spylean, where you at, baby? See the top, the weekly line, the weekly top, weekly bottom, monthly top, monthly bottom. It's a little bit different on the monthly bottom because the candles were a little different, you know what I'm saying, on the SPY because of the trading range, the trading time, right? But box pretty much the same, right? So looking at our box, everybody knows when it comes to your box that you have a premium market and you have a discount market, right? And that's annotated by our line right here where we went. So with our daily box, this was our daily box at the beginning of the day. So if we check our premium on our premium discount market on our weekly box, boom, 36.96 right there in the middle. If you look right here on the 50% fib line, we got the 36.96 right there in the middle. on the weekly box, the top to the bottom of the weekly box, right? For our daily box, I can't get it to the exact bottom because it's sticking on there right now, but I'll just move it like this so casually, right? Put it there and see, man, when I said it's close enough for government work, it's pretty much around 36.94, something like that, but right in the same spot. So I just put them together. I joined them together, right? So, are you ready, Michelle Tucker? Are you ready, Michelle Tucker? Are you ready? Now, when you have your dealing range, right? When you got your dealing range, right? You got your weekly high, your weekly bottom, right? Let's go out to the weekly calendar so we can look at this, right? So, our weekly high, blow it up big so you can see it. Who's calling me? Spam risk. Get out of here, spam risk. All right, so our weekly top is where last week's top, right here. You can't see the wick, but if I hover over that candle, right? Get out of here. If I hover, there you go. I don't know. If I move this, you can see the wick, right? The wick is right there at the purple line, right there. Let me click that purple line. Look at where that white dot is, right? That's the top of the wick, right? So last week's high and, excuse me, last week's low, look right there, right, is our weekly range, right? So equilibrium on our weekly range is right there, right? At that 36.96, whatever it was, 36.96, right? So let's go down to daily candles, right? So with daily candles, right, we initially had Friday's range. We was dealing with Friday's range from Friday's high to Friday's low. That where our original line was. Remember on the picture that I sent out, I had two lines. One said weekly equilibrium, one said daily equilibrium, right? We had two lines. So when Sunday started out, we started trading down. So when the market opened, right? When the market opened, we were up. We were like up here somewhere. The market was like up. We was about to gap up. We was opening up like almost $2 up, right? So we was up here somewhere. So what I did, I took the low and our daily box had then moved down to where it is now. If I get this snap off, right? The daily box had moved, the bottom of the box had moved to there. And as you see, when we move the bottom of the box to where the line is, again, we right there, a stone's throw away. So that's why both equilibriums are there, right? So now you see the dealing range on the day and you see the dealing range on the week. Now, here is where the magic happens, right? Above this line, you got a premium market, right? Below this line, you have a discount market, right? But for when you have a market with this, no matter how much the range is, but especially when it's a large range and it's like outside of the ATR. Now, this is just this little Timmy Rogers talking right now. Outside of the ATR, like the average true range of what the market gonna do in one day, this is when I start looking for the multiple discount premium areas. When I say, okay, I'm like, oh, this is a big dealing range. I'm only looking at 1 week and I'm only looking at 1 day, but this dealing range is huge. So I start looking for multiple discount premium markets, right? That ain't why ICT say do it. I just know I've seen it in some of his videos. Can't remember what video it is, but whenever I see a range big like this right here, this is the first thing I do. So now that we got that out of the way, this is the premium, this is the discount. Now, I said we did it today. So, and the reason why, and we did it today because what you do is when you got your big range, right? You got your discount and you got your premium, right? So, pow, you come from the equilibrium, right? Come from the equilibrium to the low, right? Which was, we just gonna start off with the daily low. What the daily low was, boom. Go from the equilibrium to the low. Now, if you look inside here at 36.57, right there, That right there was your equilibrium for the discount portion of the market, right? That's your equilibrium for the discount portion of the market. So in the discount, you have a premium and you have a discount inside the discount. And in the premium, the same thing. You got the same thing up here. Inside the premium portion of the market, from the high to the equilibrium. Now up here, this is the premium of the premium, and this is the discount of the premium. I know Michelle tuck her head said, you got a discount and a premium inside a discount and a premium inside a discount and a premium. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Now, looking at where we at, we're going to boom. We're going to leave that there. And then, matter of fact, I'm going to go ahead and set it for the full day. I'm going to set it for the full day. Well, we'll start out there and then we'll move it. So, boom. Let's jump down to a 4-hour chart, right? Look at a 4-hour chart with that in mind, right? So, with that in mind, we're going to blow up the day. This is our day. Where do we start at? The 10th, right here. Let's put a line there so we don't lose that day. We don't keep getting lost. We're going to get a vertical line, right? And we're going to start at, we're going to put it at midnight. Oh, I got to go down to 1-hour candles so I can get it at midnight. Okay, so boom, there you go. Now I know that that's we're gonna make that black, and we're gonna make that dashed so it'll stand out, and we're gonna make that 2, make it a little fatter. There you go. All right, so I know that's I know that's our midnight line, right? So I know that's the day. So let's go on 4-hour candles. Boom, jump to 4-hour, right? So these the candles that incorporate that day, right? And going throughout the day, you see what we did? We went up into a premium inside the discount, and then we came down, taking out sell side liquidity, right? Taking out sell side liquidity in the discount, right? Go ahead and move this. My snap ain't on. Get your snap on, right? We got 4-hour candles. We're going to break this down into lower time frame candles too, right? So moved in and we took out the sell side liquidity, making a new low. So now, boom, we took out the external sell side liquidity. Now we got a new box low, right? So let's check the equilibrium again, coming from the equilibrium down to the new low, right? 36.4750, right? 36.4750. That's your new equilibrium inside the discount, right? So now you got the premium and you got the discount inside the discount. But to go even further, you can even break it. If you trading on a smaller time frame, you can even go down further and look at the premium and discount inside the day itself, not inside the range, but you can look at the premium discount inside the day itself. We're going to leave that there just for fun of it. So when we drop down lower, we'll see. When we drop down to get our eagle on, we're going to look at that one. Drop down to get your eagle on, we're going to look at that one. So, okay, so you see we went to the premium inside the discount, came down, took out sell side liquidity, right? Took out sell side liquidity and then start pushing back up. When we push back up, we never made it where? Inside the premium of this bigger area. But look what we made it to the premium of the day. So you got a premium discount inside a premium discount inside a premium discount. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, it get deep. It get deep. Now let's go to the hourly. And we're gonna go to the hourly candles, and I'm gonna show you where I got lefted it. No, I got lefted it on the 15-minute charts, right? So while we on the hourly candles, we're going to look at well, before we go to the hourly, Let's go to 4 hour. Do I have it marked on this one? I do not have it marked on this chart right here. But if you peek at this, you see this 4 hour fair value gap right there. That you got a 4 hour fair value gap that I got marked here. Then I got a 4 hour fair value gap that I got marked here. If you look at the one over here, that's this 4 hour fair value gap. Right. Let me copy this. Copy paste. I'm down here. That's this 4 hour fair value gap right there. Okay, so what do? We came down right into the discount of our overall range. We're in the discount of our overall range, right? So now we're in the discount, right? We pushed down, right? We pushed, well, not down, but we did. We pushed down because we opened up and we pushed down, took out the sell side liquidity off Sunday night, took out the sell side liquidity, right? In the discount of our range, right? We pushed back up to the premium of the discount half of our range, right? This is the premium for the discount half, pushed up into the premium of the discount half, right? Y'all already know about the trade that I missed this morning, right? I'm getting to the trade that I missed this afternoon by a couple ticks, right? So we pushed up to the premium of the discount half at a 4 hour fair value gap. We hit like 50% of this 4 hour fair value gap, right? The fair value gap was going off this chart right here, because once we hit that and we sold back down off of it, I deleted it, because now in this premium of this portion of the range, right? We're dealing with this range, the discount portion of the range. This fair value gap has been traded to and reacted off of. So the algos, in my mind, have used that PD array, right? They've used that PD array, right? So we coming down off of it, right? Pang out, we take off, we come down, right? And then we come all the way down here and we take out the sell side liquidity again, setting a new daily bottom, right? Boom, we set a new daily bottom. Now the market is saying, I'm pushing down. I'm pushing down. That's why once we came down here and we broke down this external liquidity, right? The market like, hey, I'm pushing down. So that's why I started looking at the premium discount on this part of it, because the market is pushing down, right? Not saying it's going to keep going, but I'm keeping a close eye on the bottom half, cutting it in half as a discounted premium, because we started taking out external liquidity, right? We're taking out the external buy side. We're not going up trying to get sell side. We're not trying to go up and get external buy side, right? So now that we done pushed down and broke, boom, made a new low. Now we got the daily box, right? After we done hit this 4 hour fair value gap. And then look what we came down to. We came down to a 1 hour order block. And what do we do when we hit that 1 hour order block? That's the next level down. Pang-yow! We took off. Pang-yow! Gone. The market like, hey, this was the PD array that I was looking for, because I came from a 4 hour in the premium and then came down to a 1 hour in the discount. Pang-yow! Reaction. Right now, looking at that pang out. Now we ain't looking at this range no more. Why we ain't looking at that range no more? Because when we came and we took out external liquidity, right? We took out external liquidity, and then we're gonna drop down to the hour. What time is this? 13. Okay, this is around the time between these two candles right here. Yeah, around this time, between 1:30, between the 1300 candle and this 1500 candle, somewhere in here is when I missed the trade. So now that we came down and we made a new daily low, reacted off of this hour fair value, coming from this 4 hour fair value gap in the premium down to this hour order block on the discount, and we reacted back up, right? When we came back up, look where we stopped at. We stopped right there at the equilibrium and started pushing back down, right? Stopped right there at the equilibrium and started pushing back down. Let me move this line over here to that 1300 so I won't get lost when I drop down to 15 minutes, right? So now 15-minute timeline. Boop. Come to 15-minute, right? So now, right? If you notice, when we came up here and we pushed down, right? This is where I got left. We hit this 4-hour fair value gap in the premium for the bottom half of our discount. Came down to this 1-hour order block, right? Ping, got a reaction. We took off, right? Mind you, I'm looking at this breaking structure to the upside right there. I ain't really paying no attention. Why? Because we right there at equilibrium, right? And I'm like, okay, we taking off this hard away from this order block. I can need at least get me a short back to that order block if the price move far enough, right? So I'm looking at today's dealing range, right? Because I'm looking for a premium array, right? Because looking at this right here, we barely went into the premium, right? And when we went into the premium, we hit this fair value gap. So the only thing that's left in the premium above this right here is this rejection block right here, right? This rejection block is the only thing that's left in the premium up there above this line. So then I'm like, okay, that ain't a lot of meat on the bone. Let me look at today's dealing range, right? So boom, I go to the day's high to the day's low, right? From today's high to today's low, right? So now, boom, that puts our equilibrium at 36.33.75. Right? So 36.33.75. Now we got a box in a box in a box in a box, a box in a box and a fox and a cox. Right? So now I'm looking, I'm like, okay, we on 15 minutes. We came down to an hourly order block and bounced off because we came from a 4-hour fair value gap. So now I'm scanning the premium for PD arrays that I want to sell off of and come down because it didn't give me anything to go long off of when it hit this. Because by the time I got back here at 1:30, right, boom, this the 1:30 candle right here. By the time I got back here, we were making this candle right here. It's taking off. Ping out. It's gone. It's taking off. So I'm like, okay, I'm looking for a reason to go short, right? So it's pushing. We hit this high, and I'm like, man, all right. I'm like, we done hit this high. I'm like, okay, I'm looking at this order block. I'm like 50% of this order block. I'm like, so I'm trying to measure out what's 50% of this order block right here. And we pushing past it, right? I'm like, man, this thing pushing. I said, okay, the only thing I see up here is this rejection block right here. And then it's a small fair value gap there. But if we get up there, I don't want to try to go short because we went too far too fast, right? We at the top of the premium, right? And so I said, okay, I'm going for this rejection block. Boom, rejection block. Got my order set right there at the open of this rejection block right here. This funky dog came up here and stopped and said, hurt, and turned around, right? Let me show y'all why I throwed on brakes right there. I'm gonna show. I went all the way down through the timelines. I'm like, I got to find something why this thing stopped right there. If I go all the way down to skinny minute, right? Let's get all the way down to skinny minute. If you feast your eyes right over here, right, we consolidated here, took off, and we made this liquidity void right here. This big red candle and this little red candle. Made this liquidity void. When I put that line right there at the bottom of that liquidity void, right there at the lower of that candle, look, feast your eyes right over here on this green candle right there. Look right there. Right? When I put that line right there, look over there to the right. Look, somebody come look at this. Somebody come look at this. Now, mind you, now I got my order set right here. My order is set right there. See that 36, 48, 25, my order set right there at the rejection block. I ain't trying to go in the middle. I ain't trying to do 50. I'm right. As soon as it touched the rejection block, I'm ready to slide it back down. It stopped right here when it came up here and filled in this liquidity void. On the 1 minute, it went through all the other PD arrays in the discount, in the premium, everything that was over here. We went through, we broke highs, we went through order blocks, we went through fair value gaps, we went through liquidity voids. When it got to the top of this liquidity void right there, that thing turned around and just waved at my order like, see you bye. Gone, took it back down. And that's how I got left on that trade. But that's how I came to the point of wanting to take that trade, because I was looking at the premium discount, inside the premium discount, inside the premium discount, inside the premium discount. Right? The overall, this was our initially day range. This was our initial day range over here, where we had the premium discount there. And then Sunday, when we opened up, right, it gave us a new premium discount that was right around here somewhere. I moved the line. Can't remember where it was. So as we was trading, we went up into the premium, into a 4-hour premium PD array, and we sold down into a discount PD array. We broke through sell side liquidity. That was one PD array that we broke through. We went into an hourly order block. That's two PD arrays we went to. So we went from a 4-hour to a 1 hour, right? This one over here, you know, that could have been a daily 1 hour, 4 hour, could have been anything. But the algos was targeting this 1 hour because we can't, it went up, ricocheted off of a 4 hour, and it was targeting this 1 hour, right? So boom, that's the 1 hour it took. And then after we took this 1 hour, we ricocheted up off of it. And so we came up seeking another premium PD array. I had my eyes affixed on this rejection block up here, right? The algos didn't. It went up. And as you see, it actually, looking at it now, it actually went into this order block right here, this 1 hour order block. That's what it hit. I was looking at the what's the name? But now let's see. Now, see, this is hourly order block that it touched, but within that hourly order block, see this long wick is some volume imbalance. And I mean, this liquidity void up in that long wick, because we already pointed it out. Let's look at 15-minute. What's on the 15-minute? Inside that wick, we got another piece of a liquidity void. We discounted right here, took care of part of that liquidity void, or they took care of the liquidity void. Still didn't get that part of it, but we came back up. So nothing on the 15-minute that we came back to. 5-minute. You see on the 5-minute, we had another liquidity void right here on the 5-minute, right here that we came up to. So you got a liquidity void on the 5-minute it came to. You got another hourly order block that it came to. So if I would have paid attention to that order block earlier, I would have caught this, because I would have went with the order block over the liquidity void, right? That's just me. Let's look at PIMDAS. What does PIMDAS say? The reason why I would have went with the hourly over it, because it's an hourly order block, and it would have been a 5-minute or a one. It was a 5-minute or 15-minute liquidity void. Let's see. It's a 5-minute. Is it on the 15-minute? Okay, 15. So it's a 5-minute and 15-minute liquidity void, and it's an hourly order block. So I would have went with the order block because the order block is on a higher time frame. I would have went with this order block, and I would have caught that trade if I would. It was moving so fast, I missed it. I ain't gonna hold you. This was coming up so fast. It was like, brrr, it was coming up so fast. I totally missed this order block right here. And if I would have caught that order block, I would have got that trade. I would have gotten that trade. But that's how I wanted to break down premium discount, inside the premium discount, inside the premium discount. Michelle Tucker, hopefully I ain't bust your head to the white meat, but hopefully everybody understood it. And that's what I had up my sleeve. Speaking of sleeve, shout out Spider Gang. Y'all go to the newtlr.com and get some merch. I appreciate you. And also, y'all keep supporting my son music. I appreciate y'all for doing that too. Banjo by Il Jodam. Now streaming on all streaming platforms. Support my son music. Let me see what y'all talk about in the chat. That's it. That's all I got. If anybody got anything, the link is in the chat. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Pull up and ask a question. If you got a question, pull up and share something if you want to share something. But that's all I got. Stacks. I said, what's up, Stacks? Stacks, did I say what's up to you? No, I didn't. What's up, Stacks? What's going on, my guy? We said go Raiders. Okay. I don't have a pro team, so I'll take my son like the Falcons. So no, I can't say that. Get off my screen. Get out of here. My son like the Falcons. Cool it. Stacks. Find a suit. What's up, KC? What's going on? Angela, I think I spoke to you too. So Angela, FC, what's going on? Spotly, where you at, baby? Yes, sir. Drum roll, please. What's happening? Ali the GOAT. What's up with Muhammad Ali on there? What's up, Ali the GOAT? What's up, Trinisha? I ain't seen you since the last time. How you doing? Okay, Michelle Tucker say she follows, so her head ain't bust to the white meat. What's going on, Tanya? How you doing? Hey, I appreciate that, Stock Chaser. Shout out Stock Chaser, man. Stock Chaser. I saw him on Zay Live the other day. Was talking some good stuff about buying shares on companies and stuff like that. Fractal. I get it. There you go. Michelle Tucker, you got it. It's fractal. It's all all this stuff is fractal. That's what ICT been telling us for all this time, and ain't nobody been listening. Because too many of us been listening to them haters talk about that stuff he do ain't real. He just used a sim account. Anybody can do that in sim. Man, you ding-a-ling. If it work in sim, it working live. It's working. Who cares if it's sim or live? It's working. Anybody will take a trade in sim. It ain't about the fear. It's about it works. Hey, that's all I got, man. If ain't nobody got none, what's up, Seawalk? If ain't nobody got none, we gonna call it, man. We gonna call it. That's all I got. I don't see nothing in the chat. We're gonna go ahead and wrap it up. We're gonna call it early. 37 minutes. Hey man, y'all know what I always like to end it with, or try to end it with. Tell somebody that you love them today, man. If they still here, call them up on the phone. If your parents still here, call, hey mama, hey daddy, think about you, I love you. You got grown kids, call them up. Hey mama, think about you, daddy, think about you. Your kids at the house, your spouse at the house, you know what I'm saying? Give them a hug and a kiss. Tell them that you love. Ain't nobody promised tomorrow. I just got another text today. I can't make this stuff up. I just went to a memorial service for my homeboy mama yesterday. My nephew died a couple weeks ago. His mama, sister-in-law, killed herself the other week. I just got a text today. One of my old supervisors got stage 4 cancer. He about out of there. I can't make this stuff up, man. I'm that dude now. I'm that dude. I'm 50. I'm that dude where everybody, all my friends either dead or about to die. I'm that dude now, man. So, hey, man, y'all take advantage of the time you got right now, man. Tell somebody that you love them while you can, because ain't nobody promised tomorrow. You hear me? Hey, man, what'd you say? How did you know it was not going for equal highs on the 15-minute around 10-ish? You say around 10-ish? Let's look at the chart. Around 10-ish, I was still running my mouth with y'all. Let's look at the chart around, you say 10 o'clock? What 10 o'clock at? 10 o'clock. Okay, so on the 10 o'clock calendar, let's move this back to 9 o'clock so I can see the wick. Okay, so these up, you talk about up here. So what's coming up here, right there. So we came up here right there and sold down. You said, how did I know we wasn't going for that? This was because we were, well, if I was looking at this, let's just come over here. We're going to break this down to 15 minutes. And then we're going to go right there on this 9 o'clock candle like that. And we're going to break it down to 15 minutes. Wait a minute. Let me do this first. So we're going to highlight this area right here. We're gonna highlight that area right there, and then we're gonna drop down to 15 minutes. Boom. Drop down to 15 minutes, and then we're gonna slide this over here where we can't see this yet. So, all right, boom. This all we want to see right there. That's all we want to see right there. So, if I was looking at this in real time, right? Get out the way, line. Don't need you no more. If I'm looking at this in real time, right? This is the 9 o'clock candle. We came up to this 4 hour. We came up to this 4 hour fair value gap in the premium. We came up to the premium to this 4 hour fair value gap right here, right? So then once we came up to the premium of this 4 hour fair value gap, right? We took off, pow, right? Pow, just gone, right? The market is showing you right here. I want to move away from this 4 hour fair value gap, right? And I'm doing it with heavy distribution, right? So if I'm doing it with heavy distribution, I'm going to be looking for an hourly PD array in the discount. That's reason number one why I wouldn't be worrying about these equal highs on this next candle right here, right? This candle that's going up, how we did, like we open up this next 15 minutes and we start pushing up. I'm not looking at these equal highs up here because we just came to equilibrium, right? After breaking this, after having this breaking structure and this breaking structure, right? Now that we push past that, I'm looking like, okay, we're retracing to come to some PD array to sell off some more because we're in the premium. This is the area you want to be selling. We're still in the premium. We have not delivered to the discount yet from at least the next level down, right? We hit a 4 hour, PD array in the premium, and we took off heavy distribution to the bottom side. That's the market tipping his hand that I want to go down at least for a short period of time, at least until I hit a discount and hit a hourly PD array, right? So boom, we coming back up, right? So now what you could be looking for if you went short up here already is like, hey, I'm chilling. I want to add on when I hit another PD array up here to go even shorter, right? Just if you was looking at something to go even shorter. We stopped right there. We ain't gonna go to look to see what PD array we went to, you know what I'm saying, to go down to, but we stopped right there on some lower time PD. Let's just go ahead and go down anyway. We're gonna go to 5 minutes and see if we can see what it hit. Right? Just for safe, right? So where were we? One of these candles. We just gonna go like this, so we can't see that red candle right there. Boom. So on the 5 minute, so we pushed up. I don't know. It's lower than 5 minutes, whatever we hit, right? So go back to the 15 minutes. So now I'll just stay on 5 minute, right? So boom, we went up there. We're still in the premium, right? Our premium line would have been a little bit higher. Let's just say right there. Let's say our premium line was here. It would have been a little bit higher than this because we hadn't made that new low yet, right? So that's one why I'm not looking at these equal highs, because we just hit a 4 hour premium PD array and we have not delivered it to a discount yet. So I'm not looking to go down there yet, right? And then so here we go. We still going. Boom, hit that, right? We done went below, like the equilibrium would be here. We done went below equilibrium. We pushed back up into this order block right here, right? Then came back down, right? We came up to this order block and then, set some long wicks. That's the rejection block I was looking for. And then we came on back down. This right here, coming down, this could have been an area to add some more if you wanted to add some, or if you didn't get short up there, this was an opportunity to get short. Come over here, this was an opportunity to add some short or get short if you didn't get short. But the reason why I wouldn't have been looking at these highs is because we had just hit what's the name? 4 hour PD array in the premium, and we still hadn't delivered it. Oh, this was the count. I think this might have been the candle I was looking for right here. So right there, boom, we hit the line and we came back up. This was the area. This was the 15-minute area I was looking at. So this was the area where you could have added some more at this order block on the 5 minute, because we was looking to see what PD array we hit. Yes, so that was the time right there. Yes, let me put a line right there so I can verify that. I just want to make sure. So I'm put a line on that 15-minute right there, then go back to the 5 minute. Because doing it in hindsight is kind of hard, because you got, yes, right here. This is the 15-minute candle right there. So coming up right there, boom. So we went back up to a 5 minute. We went back up to a 5 minute order block and then push down, right? And then eventually it came all the way down to this hour order block right there. After, now it's delivered in the discount. Now, since it's delivered in a discount and we got, boom, that reaction off of there, right? That was the algos telling you this was the spot I was delivering to, because we came down here, we got a violent move, we went up, had a violent move down, retrace back toward, because you don't panic on the violent move, right? You wait for the retracement to go short, right? Went up, violent move down, retrace, enter. But if you risk it, Roger, and you see this heavy rejection right here, right, you can get in, drop to a lower time frame and get in on something real early, anticipating it to go short, because we had a big liquidity void right here on this 5 minutes. So you could have jumped in, caught something early, right? Or you wait to here to get the short off of this PD array. Boom, violent move. This your PD array, you're going short off right there. Boom, 5 minute order block going short. But you're not worrying about that. Again, that's your initial question. I'm sorry, I'll be running my mouth. I wasn't worrying about this, or I wouldn't have been worrying about this, because we had just rejected off of a premium PD array on the 4 hour, and we hadn't delivered it to the discount yet. This right here was just the retrace back to go short in my mind. Hopefully I answered it and didn't confuse anybody. Violent move, don't panic, entry move, right? Over here, if you was in the mindset of going long and you didn't run out of time, violent move, don't panic, entry move, right here. Came down, order block, went back up, right? Yeah, at the end of the day, it ain't doing too much of nothing, but when you got to this PD array, violent move, don't panic, you didn't miss it, entry move, right? The only reason I was trying to enter up here is because it was getting long in the tooth in the day. We had almost 2 o'clock, and I ain't taking no trades after 3, right? So I ain't have time to be waiting for it to come back for an entry move to go long, because we on a red day. I'd rather take my chance on getting in early on a short that I know it has to retrace. Why? Because we came to the discount, right? We delivered to the discount. How do I know we delivered? We had a violent move off of this order block after coming from this fair value gap. We came from a 4 hour fair value gap in the premium to a 1 hour order block in the discount, had a violent move. Boom, violent move. It's going to retrace, because this the violent move. This is the entry to go long, right? I'm not waiting on entry to go long. I'm trying to catch the retrace for the setup, but I didn't see this hourly order block over here. I was looking at the 15-minute rejection block, and that's how I missed it. But as you see, we came to the hourly order block, right? Filled in some more of this liquidity void. Got a liquidity void, 1 hour order block. Order block, and we got to move down to come back down for your entry long. This was the entry short I was trying to get. Always remember that. The violent move is the market tipping its hand that it wants to go this way. There's going to be, unless it's like super bullish or super bearish, and you just get one of them trending days where it just melt up. If it's a normal day, when you get that violent move, don't panic. Your bing, 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 bing. Your radar should start going off, because you're like, okay, now we had a violent move, went all the way back to a premium. We're going to come back to the discount so I can buy. Selling a premium, buying a discount. We're going to come back to the discount I can buy. So you come up here to what? We hit an hourly order block, right? We hit an hourly order block. So what are you looking for to deliver to on the bottom side? Something on the 15-minute, something on the 5 minute, right? Let's go to the 15-minute, right? When we hit that hourly order block right there. What do we come to? A 15-minute fair value gap right there, right? Came to that 15-minute fair value gap. What do we also touch? Right? A 5-minute order block right there. Came into the wick of it. 5-minute order block, right? But you came from an hourly order block down to a 15-minute fair value gap. Boop. Hourly, one time frame lower, fair value gap. Hourly, order block, 15-minute fair value gap. Premium, discount. Violent move, don't panic. Retrace, that's your entry setup. That's it. I mean, around 1300, why not go for the equal highs? You had me doing all that talking, same thing. Same. You talking about where? Over, you said 1300? You talking about what equal highs? 1300. What equal highs you talking about? Are you talking about the rejection block up here? I did want the rejection block. I just didn't pay attention to the order block that it stopped at. Are you talking about these highs over here? What highs you talking about? Oh, you answered it. Okay, then. All right, gotcha. Yeah. And then again, I missed it because I was looking at the rejection block. I was trying to go short off the rejection block because the speed we was coming and totally ignored this hour order block where I could, if I would have looked at the hour order block, I would have got the short. And then, like I said, we came from the hour order block down to a 15-minute fair value gap and delivered price. How did I know we delivered price? Ping out. We took back off, went back up. There you go. You have a question. Can I have whatever you took before the stream? Hey, I just ate me some Popeyes chicken. I had some Popeyes chicken with one of them biscuits. It was so good. And then I had it was red beans. Michelle, taco! It was red beans and rice. And it was some mac and cheese. That's what I had. What's up, Michelle?
Oh, there's an echo. Hold on.
Yeah, just hit the mute on your YouTube. Say something now. Yeah, you got it. No, I can't hear you. Don't mute yourself. Just hit the speaker on the like. You got it. No, I can't hear you. Don't mute yourself. Just hit the speaker on this like this right here. Let me show you. Let me go to YouTube. Like this right here. Let me show you. If I get my YouTube, okay. YouTube. This is my YouTube right here. Like on this little speaker right here. That little speaker right there. Can you see my screen? You got it. Yeah, I hear you. Say something.
No, hold on. It's not coming up for me.
No, I hear you.
Okay. Yeah, but I think it's still echoing.
Nah, I don't hear the echo anymore.
But I do.
The echo gone.
So what I was asking.
What you was asking?
Okay. So what I was asking about was on the 5-minute.
Okay, let me put it back. I was looking at your green walls. I like them green walls. I be looking at people's backgrounds. I ain't gonna hold you. If y'all don't want me to see y'all background, you better blur it because I be looking at people's backgrounds. You hear me? Okay, 5 minutes.
All right. So on that retrace that you were talking about, that's around 1:30. If you go to your 5-minute.
Okay, so this retrace right here.
Yeah. So it went down.
Mm-hmm.
And then it went up to that order block right there at like whatever time that is, 1400.
Yeah, 1350, 1400. Yeah, right around here.
Yep. And then it went down on that retrace into the gap and hit that order block, that bullish order block.
Yeah.
So right there. So
Right
at
here.
that point, I was thinking that it was going to go up and take out those highs that it made right there at like 2 o'clock, and then potentially take out the highs that it made around 10 o'clock.
So like come here and then push
Yep.
up like this right here.
Yeah. Push up and yes, and go up there to take out those highs over at like 10 o'clock also.
Mm-hmm. So,
did that make
okay.
sense at all? Or
Yeah,
was
yeah,
that a
yeah. That makes total sense.
reasonable
That makes total sense.
expectation?
The only thing is like, this one of the things where at this point of the day, this was like the last effort of the algos for this day. This was the last effort right here, because right here, if you notice, we just consolidated at equilibrium for the rest of the day. All we did was just chop at equilibrium for the rest of the day. This is the equilibrium for today's range, right? That's the last, you know what I'm saying? That's the last piece of equilibrium. Once we came up here and hit this PD array at this hourly order block and delivered to this 15-minute fair value gap, we just chopped for the rest of the day. It was like the algos was done right here. And that's around, what's that, 420. After 420, that was it. They didn't do nothing for the rest of the day. And you're not wrong in thinking we could have went back up there, because this is a setup to keep going, because we got a breaking structure to the upside. It's just a breaking structure, fair value gap retrace right there. That, you know what I'm saying? Theoretically, that should have kept running. The algos was just finished for the day.
Okay, but my thought process was right, because that's what I saw, that breaking structure when it went down, and so then it went up, made a breaking structure. So I was like, okay, it's going to retrace, but I just paper traded it, and
yes, and like I say, it's like during, like, I don't really. That's why I don't like trading the afternoon session, right? Especially when we have like a wild day like this, is because like sometime in the afternoon session it just peter out and consolidate at equilibrium. And then sometimes you'll get a heavy sell-off. Sometimes you'll get a super large buy. You know what I'm saying? But the afternoons, I don't like trading the afternoon session, because like you be all geek, like, oh, here we finna go. And then you just get this, you know, which is not a bad trade. That's a good trade. If you took it off of this fair value gap, just say you took 50% of the gap. That's from, what's that, 28 up to, you could at least got up to 40 something right there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's not a bad trade, but it's just not up to the low hanging fruit you would expect it to get to.
Right. So then it reversed on me.
Yeah. You went up, stopped, then came back down, because all it did was chop at equilibrium, right? Yeah. What it did at the end of the day is what it usually do at lunchtime. You see what I'm saying? Like usually, like at lunchtime, you will get like that chop around equilibrium. But we got to chop around equilibrium at the end of the day instead of getting it at lunchtime. At lunchtime, we sold off and ran lows and then popped back up into the premium. So it like faked us out. It did the consolidation at the end of the day, and it made the big move at lunch. But you thinking, right, man, Michelle Tucker, you all over it. I want you to come up on live and break down a chart one day. It wasn't a joke. It wasn't a joke.
All right, then.
Now you go.
All right. Thanks. Bye.
All right. Hey, do anybody else got anything? What? Oh, Stock Chaser. They always swept buy side at 9 a.m. early in the day. Yeah. They I like trading like the morning session better. That's when I get the most predictable moves in the morning. 36.66. Say 36.66. Right up here. Oh yeah, when we came up here to this 4 hour, yeah. When we came up here to this 4 hour up there and consolidated a little bit and then dropped off, yeah. Right there. That's that move when we went back up there to the buy side and then hit that 4 hour fair value gap. Yeah, that was a 4 hour fair value gap. Doge on the day will give you this move. Okay, then. Talk about how we sold off at the end at lunch and then consolidated at the end of the day. That's what you're talking about. Give you that move 100. Yeah. Close to a doja. Close enough for government work. Talk about how we what's name? Inside if the calendar expands, you would have been good. Yeah. Yeah. Talk about when she was looking at the what's name? That's what you talking about? Or am I just looking at something totally different? I'm just in y'all conversation. Asian low and high didn't get taken. So we had to do to make the move. Oh, talk about running that up there to get out the Asian high. I don't know what y'all. I don't. I'm on the end trying to figure it out. Yes, sir. You got it, Michelle Tucker. You got it. Oh, thanks for the encouragement. Michelle Tucker got them pretty green walls in the house. Green, my favorite color. Got them pretty green walls in the house. I'm glad your background wasn't junky because I was gonna talk about you. Hey, that's all I got, man. I said we on here for an hour and 1 minute. I'll see y'all in the morning at what is it? 9 o'clock for the overnight price action. Y'all give yourself a brain break. Hang out with your family for the rest of the night. I'll see y'all in the morning. Yo, gone.